everybody outside there, all the people in the maxis and taxis, say yeah, morning and
What?
welcome to all of us outside there in Radio Land. And I want to thank you all for your listenership. I want to thank all the haters on the chat.
We love the haters.
Yeah, it has some haters on the chat, but I am not overly worried or bothered, kind of thing. But generally, thanks for your listenership. Thanks for making us be the fastest growing program. And we sort of bring everything to you all. We bring a little bit of satire, we bring a little bit of humor, we bring a little bit of current affairs, a little bit of the politics, everything we try to touch on to make you comfortable in your journeys to and from, well, I wouldn't say home, but anywhere you're going, you know, you could tune in and listen to us and of course give us your feedback. I don't have to be right, Stephan doesn't have to be right, but all we ask you to do is to think. Nice.
I find you road there this morning, boy.
Yeah, but I find it real dead this morning.
I find no kind of traffic, nothing at all, boy. The road was real clear, boy. All traffic road when I bend the corner, I say nothing. I say, but what is going on all along on RP Avenue? You can't see a car. What is going on?
That rain kind of throwing off people because.
Is it rain on the pan and powder?
Nah,
Pantry, we got that pan and powder last night. It was nice, you know. You can see
I see them coming
people.
across by the Gili. I see what.
Yeah, boy.
People in the
Yes,
sailor outfit.
people, you know. Plenty young people too.
That was Exodus.
No, I think it was All Stars.
No, it was Exodus.
No, it was posted by Exodus, but it was All Stars. That was All Stars.
Not All Stars?
Yeah, that All Stars. That All Stars.
Fleetson. That was the name of the band back
And
in the day.
then they end up in the savannah.
Eh?
Yes, that whole jam in the savannah on the stage hunting, boy.
It's a real pan for us.
Pan and powder, boy. But plenty young people. I'm glad I see the young people come out, man.
Nah, I ain't seen no old people. I ain't seen no young people.
But real young people, X.
Everybody wasn't white. Everybody wasn't white. So I couldn't see no young people.
Don't do that. What you doing?
I only see old people.
No, that is not true. It's not real young people, man. Plenty young people. So the steel pan, where that pan and powder come from? That's something they do every year, or that's a new thing?
I wonder.
And I wonder why they choose a Wednesday.
Well,
I wasn't really following it, but
if a carnival is pan and powder, because All Stars have been playing since my father was alive, right? And that was in 1998 he gone, right?
yeah.
And they've been playing fleets in from ever since, right? And that kind of boat kind of thing. So you have your general outfit, you have your different outfits in the sailor thing now.
Right.
Right. So you had the woman in the sailor outfits and the men in the sailor outfits and that powder. And that has been going on since my father alive. So that will tell you how long, even before that, way before that. But Fleetson is normally the All Stars theme for the carnival. There's normally playing sailor.
Yeah.
Right? And so I guess it's par for the course, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But the vibes look like it was nice, but I don't know why they choose a Wednesday.
Yeah,
why they do that on a weekend, it'll be massive, you know.
Well,
If they do that Friday night, oh good.
yeah, but that was a big play yesterday. Big play.
What do you mean?
Because it come out in the middle of the week and people ain't really business to that too much. And look how much people come out.
Yeah, boy.
Look how much people come. Them streets was, you know how me see a street loaded, sir? Last time I see a street loaded was Carnival.
Yeah.
Street was loaded with people and I like, what is going on here?
No, but it was a good vibe.
This current?
I am hoping, right? You know, you're watching the steel pan, right? And I mean, the other day was whole steel pan day. I remember Carnival Monday night. We used to go by Harvard. That used to have a competition there.
Right.
We used to come in town my pantry and Bago for a competition there as well. There were
Bomb competition.
right, yeah, on a Monday night, Juve morning, that kind of thing, right? You used to have Juve mornings, a real competition, pan competitions and that kind of thing. I don't know what's the status of those competitions.
Do you think though that we should evolve the thing?
I mean, evolve it.
Alright. The other night, last year sometime, I went on a pan crawl. Right? It was on the Peter Avenue.
Right.
And I saw thousands of youths.
Yeah.
When each band came down the Peter Avenue, I seen more the elderly folks, but it have youths in between. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Right. Is that something that we need to evolve to another place
What, the steel
Or-
pan on the whole?
No. The revelry that surround the pan, the people that come out, and that sort of stuff. Because long time when when it had pan long time, it didn't know youths in pan,
No.
right? Pan for schools and thing wasn't existent then. It was more middle aged kind of older people kind of around a band.
Mm-hmm.
And All Stars in particular has brought out a nice mix of people inside of the band following kind of thing.
Right.
So do you think that it should evolve to another place, or it should remain with the traditional sailor mask kind of thing? Wherever.
No, I mean,
we going way past that, eh?
Well, I mean, the sailor mask is a traditional thing with the steel pan, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
my
but All
thing
Stars
is,
been
right,
playing that for all years.
Well, yes, and they just get thousands of people that come out to them, or a significant amount of people, real people that come and participate in play with All Stars on during Carnival time.
But all those bands have nice youth following because they have a youth band in most pan theaters. They have a youth section that is just playing pan on a daily basis and that sort of stuff. They've been playing pan on a regular basis, so they kind of follow the elders who in the band kind of thing.
I would imagine that somewhere down the road, the younger generation or the next generation will evolve the thing. I think that we have a lot of stalwarts and plenty people who are involved in the steel pan for many years.
Right.
That will want to keep hold of the true traditions, right? But look, like long time, pan used to be in party. Third World, if I'm not mistaken, Third World would have been the first or one of the first bands to amplify their song in party.
Okay.
You used to go party and get steel pan and thing. You know what I mean? And for those of you listening this morning, I mean, you could weigh in on it. Maybe I'm wrong. But they used to do that. You don't get that in party again. So
you think
now they're starting to put steel pan back in events.
You think it would naturally evolve?
I think that Adrian Schoon has already evolved it. You never been to the Iron Park?
No.
You need to go to the Iron Park.
Actually, I'm not a pan man. I don't like pan.
Trust me.
Yeah.
You need to go to the Iron Park.
Where that is?
That has been it was in Savannah for many years. This year they moved it down to O2 Park.
Right.
I don't know what caused that to happen.
Right.
But the Iron Park is part of the soca.
Oh, the Iron Park. Yeah, somebody tell me about that last year or year before, I think. Yeah,
so let me tell you what has happened in the Iron Park now.
Yes,
The
yes,
Iron
I
Park
remember
is a different pan experience. It's a different experience of steel pan.
Right.
So you will have like a shootout. Like how DJs are shoot it out.
Right. A kind of
Right, but the steel bands do
clash
it.
kind of thing.
It's a clash thing.
Right.
They have a clash element inside of there, but they're not playing soca alone. They're playing all different kind of music. So it could be R&B, could be dubs, could be dancehall.
I know that.
Yes, why?
All right.
And Supernovas, I think Supernovas is the defending champions.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, but that evolution that you're talking about, give it up to Adrian Schoon. I mean, his mother is Paula Gopi, and you know, and piano and thing. But
Adrian Schoon,
but
the same one who own
Spirit Mass Band, soca, yeah.
and have a master and everything.
Well, he used to. I think Ricky Raghunandan owned that now. I think he sold it.
Oh, okay,
right, but
okay.
he used to handle the Harbour Master.
Right, okay.
Right, but Schoon has. I'd rate the man. I rate him. He's very innovative. He has a real good team behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I mean. Well, of course he has
Only
the
as good as your
financing
team.
and well, you're as good as your financing, brother.
Well, yeah.
Once you have money, you can put any
That's
team
true.
together. You're as good as your financing.
Yeah, but it can flop and it can lose money.
But then you get rid of your team.
Right.
But you need money to make things happen, right?
Right.
But looking at Schoon and how he has elevated the FET experience, like with soca.
Mm-hmm.
Soca was the most sought after ticket in Carnival for many years.
Yeah.
And then he moved it from this one event to 3 days, right? Where you have a kind of culture market, carnival market on the Friday that you could go to and so on. You have vendors and everything out. And then on the Saturday, you had the Iron Park, and then into the Sunday morning, which is the the soca, the actual fete, right?
Okay.
So it's a whole weekend. Soca became a whole weekend now, right? But that was the most sought after ticket. It was done in O2 Park, about 8,000 people. Is 8,000 or 4,000? But it's somewhere around that.
Well, most small concerts is 4 and big concerts is like 8.
But I think it used to be 8,000. I think it used to be 8,000. You used to sell 8,000 tickets.
Right.
It used to be very hard to get a ticket, right? But he evolved that into and added on different aspects of the culture, including the Iron Park, which is the Iron Park. Nicholas, you ever been to the Iron Park?
Iron Park, yeah.
Yeah, you been to the Iron Park? All right, that's not. X never been to the Iron Park. That's not. Explain him what the Iron Park is. I know. I rate in school.
Right. So the Iron Park is basically what they do. They did is the pan becomes the DJ almost. Right. So it's like a mix between the band DJing, mixing, wheeling with mic man,
everything.
with mic man, sometimes with backing track. Everything with mic man, everything I talk about.
This is the first time I hear that.
Yeah, so it's like the mic man does the band as his DJ. So he so our mic man would in today's jargon would hype and give argument and say, you know, this next song coming from and the band play and they're wheeling and they're mixing and so and it's band, but they would have about 3 or 4 bands and they competing and the crowd there participating and the crowd judging
crowd reaction.
Crowd reaction. Proper thing.
It's different because we talk about the pan and powder last night, right?
Massive.
I have been in all kinds of events over the years,
but
I never hear about it.
And it
never.
And it kind of targets the youths too, eh? So they heavily involved. And the people you would see in that Iron Park is not the average pan person. So it's not people who would follow pan per se, but because they put it in this type of setting, they consume it because hey, this vibe, I didn't know pan could do this. You're hearing people saying that. Yeah. You see it when you watch the socials. They say, boy, that pan side real mix something I didn't know. They could have played Michael Jackson. Yeah, boy, they play Vibes Cartel on it. So
it's a marketable tourism product.
Of course, it is.
It's an export product and all. You can export.
I would say so.
No, that would fit nicely. That would fit nicely into my concept for the peninsula.
He was talking about if we're gonna see pan evolve, right? The whole like how we know steel pan to be a traditional thing like the pan and powder last night.
Yeah.
And he was talking about the evolution, and I said I think that in time to come, the next generation will evolve it into something else as the older heads kind of because the older heads will try to hold on to the traditional kind of way. And then I mentioned the Iron Park, which he never heard about.
Right.
And I tell about Skundon, and I told him, I say
Skundon
evolved.
They're evolving it.
And he say he don't like, he's not a pan lover, so but here Iron Park. I say don't have and never try next.
No, you don't have to like pan.
You don't have to like pan.
It's not one of those. It's a real pan man, so I had to go this. It's just you in a event, and it just happened to happen there.
But if you go, you go like pan
because it's not the regular 1, 2, 3. Let me go and you waiting for our next song. It's not like that.
It's not like that.
It's boy, you literally party into the pan, you know. I talking about they're mixing poison.
From one tune into the next
all them 90s dance.
Only amazing me here.
No, it proper and
I never thought that was possible.
Pancho Migo would have had something called fusion with the youth bands from South all over, and some of the bands, some of what they did was they even included brass within what they're doing. They experimenting right now. These youths experimenting. So what Stephan saying is this generation here is who evolving the art form right now. I even been to Invaders at a Storm the practice, and they did a session with Blue Mano Blue, and they played this boy darling put on something sweet. So that intro if you hear that with brass and pan, brother, it don't matter if you don't know. It had people who work here tell me they were just walking on the road and hear it, and they for the first time they're like, why did no pan because they what they say is a practice. We're hearing one part rehearsing over and over and the intricate part of going for a Panama competition, but when they bring it in the contemporary formats where you hearing songs that we know and love and it mixing up and you have a mic man and sometimes people singing and brother it's a different vibe. You need to go to Iron Park You need to go to Iron Park.
Trust me.
If you go X, I'm sure you would come back here and give you a
Yeah,
whole
we are
different.
whole different story.
sure about
Because I am normally hip to most of the promotional items,
Yeah.
and this is the first time
And if you see people
ever.
Iron Park started around
I have heard anything about-
18, 19.
around there.
I think he transformed the soccer into a whole weekend.
Right, and Iron Park
I
was
think
part
around
of
2018,
around that.
somewhere around there. So
It's out a while. It's out a while, and it's huge, yeah.
Well,
It's
you all,
huge.
you all have intrigued me,
It's
so
massive.
I
It's
will.
massive.
I will.
Exit
When it's called Carnival time.
Carnival time, yeah.
Yeah.
The Iron Park, yeah.
No.
You had to go that.
You had to
Trust
go,
me.
yeah.
Wait, now, I wonder if it's the They had that thing down there. This is some.
It was in Savannah,
That was
and
that
then it
was
had
down,
rain,
down,
and they move it to
It was mobs too last
Right, they
year.
move it
Yes.
last
I had
year.
real
This year.
traffic to go down there.
Right.
Yes,
that
yes,
is it.
yes. I
The
remember
Iron
that.
That is it.
He
That's the
moved-
Iron Park.
They had moved it last minute from the Savannah.
From the
I don't know why.
Savannah.
I have heard
Rain.
about it.
It was rain.
Yeah, it was the
Alright.
weather.
I have
But
heard about
we
it
had inclement
twice.
weather, and that part of the Savannah was waterlogged.
Waterlogged, and they had to move everything.
So they move everything down to the west, and that's the traffic you're
Well,
seeing.
man,
I heard about this twice, and then realized it's that.
Is that, that
Because
that-
they say something about Iron Park, and I cannot dismiss it, but
Yeah.
it was trouble quite had another party somewhere further down, I think, and was traffic to get
yeah.
down inside of the Iron Park and traffic to come back out, and so that is what was going on down there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so the thing
I'll
evolving.
get involved.
It's
I'll get
evolving. It's evolving. Check it
but-
out.
But I gave real props to that because that rain that waterlogged the Savannah, he had was to move all the infrastructure, everything, the same day.
Same
you know, and
day.
go down there and set back
Yeah.
up, you know.
Eh?
And that man do that
Seamlessly.
Yeah, boy.
seamlessly. The man
Props.
are real good.
Lala-
Yeah, man,
la-
much
la-
props,
Lala
much
be
props.
maybe stage man.
Now the man school real.
I don't
he real
know,
good,
but
he
once,
real
I think
good,
once
he
you
real
go
good.
down there, it's Davy and the.
Yeah.
Well, Davy and Rentham.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I mean, well,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what we say.
Yeah.
But he's excellent. His innovation, everything. I tell you, Spirit Mass is a different experience too. It's
Yeah.
the first time that I play Mass with that band. And when you went the Carnival Monday for breakfast,
Yeah.
it was not a chit breakfast.
Right.
It was like a all-inclusive fete with boots with about 20-something, 30 boots. Eat
Wow.
all you could eat, no chit.
Wow.
Eh?
Eat wherever you want, eat all you could eat, and we rolling out wherever hour.
I heard the first year was
where you
real
want,
good.
Drink what? Watch me. Spirit is at
Like,
the front.
the
at the
band
front
might leave
vibes.
me. After I eat, I like, no.
Watch
You
me.
must have to leave me.
You know me? I gone. I see they had Annie's. I think it's Annie's for you.
A hoodie.
A cater, yeah, Annie's. Boy, I see steak and all kind. I said, full up the plate. It's steak I eating, brother. And you could go back how much time you want. Wow. No
Wow.
restrictions. And then the next day for lunch now, you see usually bands just give you a little chit, right?
Right.
They'll give you your breakfast chit.
Right.
And then you'll get your lunch chit
Your
and
lunch
that
chit.
kind of thing, right? When we went Tuesday now, the first year, and this is how it is every year, right? When we went Tuesday now, your boy going for your lunch. Brother man, if you see how much different options of lunch and thing
Wow.
else. You understand, from lasagna to this
So
to
you
that
just
to
get a
whatever.
lunch box, then you get a box lunch and tell you, go your way.
So you're going for your lunch, right? You choose whichever lunch you want, you're going for your lunch. Next thing you know, I hear people was passing wrong. You got your lunch, we say, yeah, you know you're entitled to the next one, right? Two
Wow.
lunches here on the Tuesday, you get two box of lunch.
Nah, boy.
Just get two
All
lunch.
that bacana.
Yeah.
Because I heard the first year was really fantastic,
Uh-huh.
and then the second year was alright, kind of thing.
Well, that was this year. This year would have been the
The
second year.
year,
Yeah,
second
this
year.
would have been
Yeah.
the second
You
year.
play this year?
No, I didn't play this year.
Oh, okay.
Right? But last year I did. Right?
Okay.
Next year, I don't know. It's up to the boss. It's the boss that decide whether or not.
Right.
Because she does work for them.
She
She
does
does
work
the
for them,
production
yeah,
work,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's up to how she feeling when she finish all that production work is A or an E. This year I played Juve. So if I'm not playing Mass,
Right.
Juve definitely. If I'm playing Mass, I ain't playing Juve. That's how I just do my thing now. And then, well, if I get back in the gym and I get real fit, I'll play Juve and go and play Mass. But I know my limits.
Okay then.
I know them.
Okay then.
I know them.
6 pack for 2027.
Yes, we trying to get there, you know, but the keg didn't want to empty. We trying to empty the keg.
I
Yeah, man, Nicholas, thanks.
Yeah, man.
No, so like I'm telling you, X, the steel pan and the approach or the execution or the entertainment aspect of it is evolving. These people evolving.
Well, it get me to that point where I am seeing this and park kind of thing happening for down in the peninsula and the idea we get slipping that into the
There are many
into the
things you
program.
could do. I mean, look.
Because pan is something to the world. Pan is something novel,
Yeah.
and they want to see and hear pan in a different kind of. Okay, it come like you're selling something on a garbage tin cover,
Yeah.
and you're selling something on fine china. And
Right.
if you have fine china, bring it out, you know what I mean, and let them hear the different side of pan kind of thing.
And that's another thing too. There are a lot of people that believe because they come to Trinidad for carnival, they think that the steel pan is isolated to soca music or calypso alone,
Right.
right?
Well, that's why it would fit perfectly into the
Right.
model.
So when you are executing other styles of music on steel pan, like being a man who play pan and thing, right? We play Quando, we play Mona Lisa, we play all them tune on pan already, right? But when you're playing like Michael Jackson, or you're playing a Chris Brown or Usher, up to the time,
Oh yeah, Michael Jackson and
So-
pan already.
right? So
Well top of the line.
so when you have foreigners coming in and they're hearing and they come to hear the pan and they hear, but wait now, but the instrument could do that too. It's, you know what I mean? It's good marketing value, and it opens the door for scope to show them the scope of the instrument itself, right? Or the
Right.
orchestra. But that Iron Park, I'm telling you, my mic man who does do my parties, he does be down there for that. He's one of the MCs. He's one of the mic men, the hype men. Down in the Iron Park. That is manage, big up manage man. And manage with me for years. And he expand himself and he get into the MC thing, and you know, he used to do my events first kind of thing, and then he expanded to all different kind of thing, and now he into everything, right? And he does be down there and it's a hype thing, it's real hype. When I tell you real hype, real hype.
I
and
really
vibes.
editing something park, but then realized was going on down there, and,
Yeah.
and it was a different kind of, I shouldn't say crowd, but it was a different kind of ambience to the word that Iron Park. They were saying that, but I didn't realize was pan.
Yeah. And I think that Iron Park, right? Because of the style of execution,
Right.
and the tunes of choice and the way that they're doing it, it has attracted a large portion of the younger generation towards the steel pan. I tell you, Oli, I can't pay for this.
So why don't do
And-
that during the year?
What, the Iron Park?
Yeah, you should do that during the year. This is fitting time to do it because pan crawls are around this time. Most pan crawls have a new different
I would
places.
think it would fit in with
Look-
either
look how
Republic.
Wednesday-
It could fit in with either Republic
Yeah.
Day or
Or Independence Day,
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's something for him to
Well,
decide. I says-
look what our Wednesday bring out already.
Yeah.
A Wednesday.
Yeah, that's a Wednesday. Yeah.
Bring out people with pan and powder. You could be that
Yeah.
on a Wednesday.
On a Wednesday.
When people saying they not no money
No.
and they come out in a big way.
Time's hard.
Hey,
It's hard,
Time's hard, yeah.
hard, boy. Oh gosh, that's suffering, boy.
long time when we come out, long time is pigskin pouch and that kind of thing around your waist.
Yeah.
And that kind of setting. But if it is marketable, like All Stars have a following there right now, I don't know. All Stars is one of the
All
only
Stars-
bands that I find has a real big following. The
All-
rest of them kind of alright, but
Nah, Renegades following huge. Renegades have a massive following too. But listen, All Stars. Let me tell you why I feel All Stars is like the Orchid Poet Boy. They're like they're the standard.
right, okay,
Right?
okay,
When you
yeah.
think when people think pan, the first thing come to mind is Trinidad All Stars.
Well, yeah.
Most people, right?
Yeah.
They associate Trinidad All Stars with pan when they hear,
Who's the
right?
sponsor now?
I
It
don't know.
was
now.
it was Cartelli first, and then
Is that
it
Nila
went
Masi?
to
Is that Masi?
Nila
It's
Masi also.
Masi,
Nila
Masi
Masi, yeah. Nila
Masi All Stars,
yeah.
yeah. So, my thing is, I really believe, right, that Woman on the Bass. You see that version of Woman on the Bass? We go play it. We go play it this morning. To hell with that. Give politics a little rest for now.
Yeah.
You see that version of Woman on the Bass? That slow version? that, I think, put All Stars ahead of the game in terms of being known. Because that does play anywhere you hear.
Yeah, but
If they say drop a pan tune in a party now, you go to a DJ now and tell the DJ I want to hear a pan tune. 9.99% of the time they're gonna pull that woman on the bass.
nah.
I'm telling you, 99%
Corita
of
Banca.
the time.
Corita Banca.
No, they're gonna pull woman on the bass. Alright? Come back, Nicholas. Here's a DJ. Come.
Corita Banca was the biggest
I'm
one.
telling him, All Stars, right?
Yeah.
All Stars, I believe, has become the
standard, the
household
standard.
the household name of Steel Pan.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Right? When you hear Steel Pan, Trinidad All Stars.
Right.
And I'm telling him, it is because that slow version of Woman on the Bass
Corita Banca too.
Right. No, so this is coming from somebody who's not an All Stars. Right?
Yeah.
I grew up under Desperados and Rebecca and all of these, but when it's time for when a DJ play and they pull for a pan song, is pa ba da ba da boom to tum pam. Whether you like it or not,
Yeah.
that Corita, it's that slow
Corita
version.
Banca.
All DJs have that in the thing.
This a close fets for that long time.
Well,
all over the country.
Playing.
All
you tell
over.
them pull that. Corita Banca is not one that I find DJs really have. I personally like the Corita Banca. I think it was one of the most
Prolific tunes.
yeah. So for argumentative sake, it could be one of the songs, one of the greatest Panorama songs that never won a Panorama.
Yeah.
You could rack that up with Pan by Storm and these kind of.
Pan by Storm.
know,
So let my father come home that night and ball. Oh God, we win, boy. Oh God, we win. When he
And
came up next
nothing-
morning,
Problems.
and he had nothing going on.
Nothing going on. But most DJs, I think Stephan right in this case, have the slow version of that woman on the bass. That is the biggest.
That's a very good tune. I must say that.
Brother man, you could hold a woman and dance to that, you know. In a wedding and thing, you know. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Dun, 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 dun. I'm telling you, like a pal Joey. It's like dropping a pal Joey.
Well,
But it's
yeah.
11 minutes long. That is all.
Yeah.
That's it. That is slow version.
Yeah.
It's 11 minutes long. I'm not seeing it on the system here, but I like to play it. Nicholas, we can't get it on the system here, boy.
We just going on there, boy.
You want on the bass?
Yeah.
Yes, boy. If we could get, send that first now. Right, we got jam that today. We are 25 minutes away from the hour 10 o'clock. No, but the Steel Pan, we had to get Punch and we go to props to it. I mean, they're doing some good work. Beverly doing some good work, I think, for the most part, in terms of the instrument and the promotion of the instrument and things like that.
You think so?
Yeah, she doing. I think it's more popular now. The pan has been popularized amongst the youths.
What going on with that land up there?
More now than-
What going on with that land up there where they got from 1995?
I don't know what they're doing with it. I don't know.
What going on with that
I
land?
don't know what they're doing with that. Don't ask me that.
Actually,
Ask Beverly Ramsey more. Don't ask me that. And remember the former decided to get them a place in town.
Yeah, get them by the old post office.
You getting a place up on the highway with you could build a whole pan factory up there. Everything with your head office and everything.
Robert has suggested when he was going up for Pancho Rico president, he had suggested why you don't have things like a gas station, that could offset some of the costs and that kind of on that same piece of land, and really refurbish it. You have a nice area there, you could build a nice pan home, but
Let me
the
tell you
same
something.
old, boy. The same old, same old.
How much election he lost?
Who that? Twice.
No, Robert.
Twice.
It's twice he went up.
Yeah, I think it's twice. Yeah. Why,
Robert has go up for all kind of thing and just I don't know, but that girl that just lose.
Well, at least the man has tried.
Yeah, no, he trying. I mean, nobody can say no. Show your hat in the ring, but that's me, no God boy. Anyway, head back to school in style with Digicel. Get the Samsung A07 for only $99 when you get the postpaid My Choice plan. And this limited time offer won't last. So head down to your nearest Digicel and head down to your nearest Digicel store today. And also the Inting SIM. Introducing Digicel's newest offer, the Inting SIM gets 7 days of data for $35 when you top up $20 or more. The plan renews for free once a month for 3 months. Join the bigger network today, get in ting with the in ting sim. All right, cool one. Then I need to tie up my tongue there. We take a little break, and when we come back, we will get back to the discussion. Hopefully, we'll have the woman on the basis slow version. If not, I happen by storm there. Because we asked a Corita Banker too, we ain't get that.
We ain't get that.
We ain't get the Corita Banker, boy. We gotta ask him to put that on the system too one time. Yeah, tell him one time. Tell him woman on the base and Corita Banker. We want them to tune on the system. And if we could get to the world goal too, we taking that. We jamming it today. Or let's take pan in your perfume. Alright, we'll be back after this.
You're listening to Did You Know? A special feature on Talk City 91.1 FM, where we uncover fascinating facts about
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues.
Over here, we ain't really, a little refreshing for the audience here too, No heavy hitting politics and that kind of thing, We just chilling this morning. It's a beautiful Thursday morning, and we're winding down the week as well. I see it really don't have anything per se to get upset about. I mean, Balize, the trustees at Balize also served yesterday.
Yes, they received their summons.
Right.
They have to account, basically.
And outside of that, I guess the Commissioner of Police, upon his return, he said, those who try to politicize my absence, your petticoat is showing. Marvin, put away your petticoat. All right. We're waiting to get the track here on the system. I guess Nicholas will tell us when it's across. But we do have a very big tune,
Where's that?
that I could play. No,
Wait that. Run it now,
That
man.
is Fun Clear Pan by Storm, you know.
Run it now, man. Run it
That
now,
is
man.
for me, that is the biggest robbery ever in a panorama.
Nah, the biggest robbery was Cartelli All-Stars.
You feel Corita Banca was a bigger robbery
Yeah.
than Pan by Storm?
Yeah, it was bigger than
No,
Fun
Alex.
Clear. It was bigger than
No.
I'm telling you, it was bigger than Fun
No.
Clear. Fun
No.
Clear was good, but
No!
it wasn't that good.
It cannot be.
No.
Pan by Storm is the biggest robbery ever in the history
It
of
come
Panorama.
like Destra and Marshall and thing. Them kind of tunes and them is biggest robbery. Biggest robbery. Robbery in front of your face.
We had a play. Let Nicholas know. We're
Yeah.
going to play Pan by Storm now. And we will play Corita Banca after.
All right.
We want Corita Banca on the system.
All right.
And we will open the phone line and all that tell me which one was the bigger robbery. Was it Corita Banca or was it Pan by Storm? But for the while, we're going to get into the Pan by Storm now. Alright, this is Ken Professor Fillmore Fonclair, Pan by Storm. It is Thursday morning. We jamming! And we going down memory lane. All take it in. Enjoy. Hold on. I find this recording is a poor recording. I stop it.
You ready getting that front line?
You ain't getting any front line pan.
You
Alright, so
ain't that ping,
so
ping,
hold on,
ping
hold on.
noise from the front
Yes,
pan.
and I know them front line pan fun clear some real heavy front line. I thought it was just the start, maybe go thing out there in the recording. But that is a bad recording. We had to get that off the system. I'm getting the real recording. They're sending that across now. So we getting the real recording of Pan by Storm. But in the meantime, alright, in the meantime, X is saying that Corita Banca is the biggest robbery in the history of Panorama. I am disagreeing with that. Right?
Right.
On every level. Right? I am totally disagreeing with that. It's not even a debate for me between Pan by Storm and Corita Banca. I am saying
I think
Pan
they're
by
the same
Storm,
level. I think they're the same
biggest
level.
robbery ever.
They're the same. I think that night when my father come home, I never forget that memory. And
You
he
never
dies
forget
in
that memory?
1998.
Oh God, pressure.
Right? It's in 1998 he buried.
Oh gosh.
And I will
Well-
never forget that night he come home. He leaves 7 o'clock.
He cried?
Boy, that man.
Tears in the eye?
It was real bad for him, boy.
Oh gosh, man.
Real bad.
Kind of robbery is that, boy? Tears in the eye, boy. Alright,
Yeah,
Corita Banca. We're going with Corita Banca first because we get the better recorded version of Pan by Storm. Alright, so let me go with Corita Banca first. Nice. So here we go. right, X. All right, X.
You
all
can't
right, X.
beat
Hold on.
Leon Smooth Edwards with this tune.
Hold on now.
Uh,
I was trying to remember what year this was. This was 1987.
I don't know.
That's what I'm thinking is 1987, right?
Right.
But in 1987, what Corita Bank had run in 1987? I would have been 10 years old. You could remember?
I have no idea.
Because I see in the results here in 87,
Right.
listed as the 1, 2, 3 was Phase 2, Renegades and Desperados.
Right.
Phase 2 played as Feeling Nice. Renegades played Pan in A minor. And Desperados played Pan in A minor. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But if Corita Banca was 87, I don't have enough time to take phone calls. No.
That tune was just
But-
fantastic. Boy.
No. It's a brilliant piece of arrangement.
A brilliant piece
I
of
am not
arrangement.
disputing that, you know. I am not disputing that.
Yeah.
I am just saying Pan by Storm was better.
Nah, I ain't saying that. Pan by Storm was good, was really good too. But Leon Smooth Edwards at that time, buddy, you couldn't beat him. The way how the runs and how the arrangement was done, it had parts inside a day. It was literally a fete inside a day at that time when the music was playing. Come now, man. And I know Pan, man.
Look now.
I know Pan,
No, I'm
man.
telling you, your father brainwashed you with all
No.
Alright.
He never very much with that. I just like it. He came out to understand Pan. If you understand what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
He came out to understand Pan. I didn't like it, but I understood
But
Pan.
you understood it.
Right? And then after that, for the years after that, I've been following the progression of the music.
Nicholas
the-
Nicholas now going there now. I'm not going to call him and ask him.
Yeah.
And just to give me a reminder if it was 87, you know.
That's all I'm asking.
But pull him back there real quick. We had the 10 o'clock news. And I'm also being reminded, right, that the Iron Park is nothing new, because for years there have been events such as Pan Ramage, Pan in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Pan in the
I remember
21st
classical
century.
Pan.
Pan Chutney.
Yeah.
Pan Chutney.
Yes.
Pan Parang. Big Five. Alright, yeah, alright, Peter Kanai, alright.
Alright. Yeah, well, he's a whole pan. A whole pan guy from ever since. From ever since. You know what I mean?
for this because I played in the Chutney Festival. I played in Pan is Beautiful. I played in Pan in the 21st century.
Yes,
and my
boy.
brother was part of Panas, a version of Panas at that one
yeah, Panas
jazz
was good too,
festival.
yeah.
So we were involved in all of these things. But what I think what we was trying to convey with the Iron Park was the level of youth involvement in this.
Well, that was it,
Because
that
we
was
never had that
but
kind of.
we've been evolving the pan space, and I just the other day actually I spoke about that Chutney Festival. 'Cause I went to the Jit Samaru Festival in last year in Napa,
Right.
and the National Steel Symphony played the test piece from one of the Chutney festivals that we played in,
Okay.
which a lot of people I think underestimate the way Pan songs playing that in Indian music.
Right, yes.
Indian music. The scales and the notes that is relegated to that kind of music is so unique that its songs it's a real pleasing song to
Pleasing
the ear.
song.
And it's the first time we played with, and the bands played with dolak and tabla and thing inculcated in the band.
Yes.
So that was the first time we
That
playing
that is
pan.
why when
and
I
the
hear,
version too,
that is why in
yeah.
1998 and before, for Smooth Edwards to come up with the Tassa piece,
Right.
in the beginning of the pan, that was just marvelous. That was a nice fusion there.
We had to get to the 10. We had to get to the news. But that was 1987, Corita Banca.
Yeah.
So that didn't run in the first three?
Yeah, man, I think
Because I
Come
see-
second,
watching-
I think they
I
come
watching-
second,
yeah.
second
I
or
watching
third.
results here, right, from one of the sites, right, with Pan. They're saying phase 2 from Renegades and
Let Peter tell you. Peter will tell you.
phase 2 Renegades Desperados. They're saying
Let
phase 2 is feeling nice.
Let Peter send you a
Renegades
text.
Pan in A minor and Desperados split Pan in A minor.
Let Peter-
send us a text.
let Peter send you a
us
text.
a text.
Because he's a whole pan jumpy from long time.
We get into the news now, and after that, Pan by Storm. I ain't letting no let off the hook this one. You know. I won't be 4-9 after that. We're taking the news.
Good morning. I'm Mary Therese Bernard with the latest headlines to the hour. 3 essential institutions have partnered to contribute to national safety and development. The Trinidad and Tobago Police Service has renewed a memoranda of understanding with the University.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station.
Lord, ready 1 second. I'm looking for the thing in reasons I say, well, is fought that run in Panama. But anyway, we inspired by the pan and powder yesterday. We'll take your calls after I run you a little pan by storm, because I did promise we would bring it back with a good version, a cleaner version. The first version that we started off playing, you didn't get the frontline pan. You wasn't hearing it proper. So we had the proper version now, as provided by Nicholas. Nicholas, like, yeah, all the pan tune, man. If I had my laptop here, I have a real pan on my laptop too, But we're going to get into that. Pan by storm, fun clear. I'm telling X this morning, he is saying Corita Banca is the biggest robbery ever in Panama. I am saying it is pan by storm, fun clear. Ken Professor Fillmore, we're going on hit that right now. All you enjoy, right? It's not often you just get the national instrument jamming on the airwaves. So all you enjoy. people, so we're going to the phone lines. X had to leave. He has a meeting. But Vexy wasn't here to hear that piece of arrangement by Ken, the late Ken Professor Fillmore. Renegades, Iron Man be that? Nah, man! Well, you can't be serious. But all due respect to Jit and everything, but still, I mean, I just say. You know what I mean? Listen, morning.
Morning, Stephan.
Morning, what going on?
What year panorama you wanted to get results?
Where's that?
What year panorama results you wanted?
No, that was 1987, but I got it.
No.
Corita Banca.
87, phase 2 win.
Right, and Corita Banca run 4th. I thought Corita Banca run 2nd.
No, wait, let me get the correct results. Phase 2 win with I'm feeling nice.
Right, that feeling nice. This feeling nice.
Desperados come 3rd.
Right, Renegades was 2nd and Desperados was 3rd, yeah.
What year was it again?
No, I said, I was just,
No,
I thought.
I have all the winners there, you could always give me a call.
Right, but what I'm saying, I thought.
Take my number.
What I'm saying is I thought.
I have 63 right through.
Right, I have that in front of me now. I
I
thought
have all the panorama winners, I
Banca.
tell you.
I thought Corita Banca had run in the first 3.
No, that's not that year.
Yeah, but it run 4th in 1987. It's 1987 it run 4th.
Corita Banca is not in 87.
So when Corita Banca was?
Well, what do you think it was? Tell me, check it.
No, I believe it was 1987.
Nah, 87 was phase 2. I feeling nice.
Yes, Corita Banca, but Corita Banca didn't win.
No, not that year. Corita Banca by All Stars. That's not that year.
You
I will check it and call you.
Check it and see. All right.
Right.
Yeah. I think in 1987, the year when phase 2 played this feeling nice and when the panorama 6224911 6224911, the biggest robbery in a panorama. X was saying Corita Banca. I am saying the tune that I just played there, Pan by Storm, is the biggest robbery ever in a panorama. You can't tell me that Renegades Iron Man be that. Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning. What's up?
Stephan?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
If Dog or Savage was alive, you would know everything you want to know. Let me tell you two things, Stephan.
Yeah.
First, I don't want to hold up now. I'm the way to call power to vote.
Go ahead.
First of all, this song you're talking about, Corita Banca, ran 7.
Is 7th it run?
Let me finish off now.
All right.
In 1986, phase 2 win Panorama in 87. They win Panorama in 88 with Woman is Boss. The next year they was in front by 12 points. And we had semi-finals in them days on the Wednesday and Thursday because we had tickets to advance.
Right.
And all of a sudden, Mr. Chambers sit down in Oprah's yard every night. And that was the infamous half point that the All-Stars with the Hammer.
Right, the Hammer. Uh-huh.
Right?
That was in 86,
All-Stars, as great a band as All-Stars is, they're the first band to ever win a Panorama and get relegated the next year. And end up in Best of the West.
Okay.
And when you want to hear, and the reason why Corita Banca did not win Panorama is because they were part of the song that there was only Tassa. No pan a compliment. And if you want to hear real pan,
Right.
Tassa on pan, listen to Ray Holman and Boogie Sharp. They is the intent every day. And Ray Holman did a song in 1988 called My Band.
Right.
Tokyo. When phase 2 win the Panorama, and then Sweden run second with Saki and them.
Yeah.
And if you want to hear pan, Tassa on pan, listen to after 4 minutes and 12 seconds of My Band by Tokyo. And you will hear how pan can play Tassa. Have a good day.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Nice one. Yes, all right. So again, the information as it come here, again, the information. So Corita Banca runs 7th, but you're saying the reason why is because there was part of the song that is only Tassa, right? And it didn't have any pan. I could see why they would have been deducted points there. All right, 6224911, 6224911. I remember now Dog and Savage that he mentioned. Savage is my uncle, Dog and my father, right? I remember this. Maybe a bit biased upon by Storm, because I remember my father had it on cassette, right? And well, that time cassette was the thing, right? And I remember when I now started to listen to Pan and thing, I used to play that cassette right through Pan by Storm, right? And we always used to discuss it, as he would say, that is one of the biggest. He used to say that is one of the biggest robberies in our Panorama. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, morning.
Definitely the biggest robbery. That Pan by Storm. Water came into my eyes. And that Professor Fillmore, such a beautiful person. And he was so humble. I feel that killed him, you know. After that, he just went, you know. But they are the biggest robbery ever.
Pan by Storm?
Yes, definitely.
I would say so. I think that's the biggest robbery ever in a Panorama. I don't think there's no bigger robbery than that. I mean, I don't go back and listen to Renegades Iron Man, but I don't think it have anything I could hear in that. With all due respect as the great Jit Samaru, I just do not think it have anything in Iron Man that could have, that really beat Pan by Storm that year. Morning.
Hello.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah. Panam not started hold on to a man boy. And the Guinness Cavaliers in Melody Mars. That's the biggest robbery. That was the third winning thing from 63, 64, and then they were playing in 65.
How could you gone back real far, boy?
Robbery. That's a big robbery, and then they'll come back again, they got man by us, by Silver Stars.
All right, no problem. I know the first, and I remember growing up in St. James, I remember North Stars too. North Stars in the first Panorama. With Dan is the Man, by Sparrow. That was North Stars. North Stars in the first two Panorama. Yeah, Mama This Is Mass. That would have been in 64. And I think in 1963 was Dan is the Man, which was a song by Sparrow. Right? So I know North Stars was the big band, and then you had Cavaliers the next year with Melody Mass, things like that, right? Tune like that. But Pan by Storm, boy, I'm telling you, Professor Fillmore, you know what I like about Pro Boy? Pro used to play with that kind of... I know they used to have stories now. I don't know if anybody could tell me about this, but they used to have a rumor that he used to record Bugsy. They used to say he recorded Bugsy over by somewhere and all kind of thing. I hear stories of that. Morning. I don't know if I old talk or that was actual thing. Yeah. Third world goal. Yeah.
The robbery.
Third world goal. That's some of Pelham greatest work. Yeah. That was some of Pelham Goddard's best work. Morning.
Morning and shalom.
Yes, man. What going on?
Hi there, man. Blessed and highly favored. I understand you have a big blight coming on 50th Street, the Diamond Center soon.
The Diamond Center?
Yeah, in New York. You're a Jew, you know.
The Diamond Center?
That's in New York, 50th Street. That's the Diamond Center. Jewish street. That's a Jewish street only. They call it the Diamond Center. So I say, well, as you have to, I tell you shalom now, I say, well, you know, in the Jewish category. Well, you understand?
Well, that's what it traces back to, But I ain't really paid no attention to it just yet.
Well, I'm telling you, because I mean, you really remind me about bad boy. Bad. Yeah, you understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, man, yeah.
Family, you know.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah, what happened? When you're talking to Pan, X, you know nothing about Pan.
Yeah, exactly.
Pan by Storm get robbed, and I will show you a Pan side get robbed, because I'm from Summer.
Right.
You see, the lizard, I can't remember the area, East Side Symphony. When they rob them, they come second, but you know they ain't like nobody from Summer.
Right.
And everything they ain't like nobody. I mean, I grew up in All-Star Spaniard.
I have the playway coming up here in a few seconds, so you might have a call back.
Yeah, make this one.
Yeah, but I ain't have time. I don't go to the playway draw. But call me back. I want to hear. All right, cool people. We got to get to the playway draw. All right, that is happening now, 10:30. Best of luck to all of you who have played your numbers for today.
Board. Good luck, everyone.
Good morning. Well.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the number one talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balakaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams.
And congratulations to those of you who might have won the Playway Mark today. And I see the Lotto, boy. The Lotto has rolled over to 22 million, boy. Oh, good. Talk about that a little bit later this morning. Yeah, so we're talking about the pan. Of course, we had pan and powder last night. It was a terrific turnout. We saw a lot of youths come out. We started a whole conversation around the steel pan. And I say, you know what happen? It could be a little refreshing if we play some pan, get some of the national instrument on the airwaves, and have the little discussions, you know what I mean, about all the little memories and thing in the panorama and that kind of thing. When panorama was, I don't want to say we've lost the essence of the vibe of panorama. Panorama still has that vibe, especially semi-finals. But back then, in the years with Pan by Storm and Corita Banca and all these songs and them, they like the two songs that we just played, back in the 80s, I think was a different vibration. But remember, a lot of it changed because remember the North Stand used to have all of these rhythm sections and them coming and the steel band and them coming to play and they throwing off the band and them and the rhythm section and them playing right through, and they had to do something about that, you know what I mean? But that was the original vibe of the North Stand. North Stand used to be rocking, boy. But all in all, like I was saying just before I touch back the phone line, I got some information there from Mr. Kanai, the chairman of NCC. And he's now showing me something here because X was asking what they're doing with that piece of land up in Trin City, where the pan factory was supposed to be, or the pan Trinmigo headquarters. And, you know, he just sent me a document here from 2001, where originally, the original land use proposal for the land at Trin City as outlined by him in 2001, when he was negotiating with Caroni Limited, included a pan headquarters, a pan factory, a chrome plant, a gas station, and a hotel and conference center. That's the kind of development we would like to see for the steel pan in the future, you know what I mean? I think those things are still achievable. once you pick the location and you create the development and that kind of thing. And I think we could get into the business of, create it, make steel pan a business, and start to reap some benefits and make some profits off of it as an export product. Especially with the vanadium, the steel plant and the production of vanadium and that kind of thing. I think we headed in that kind of direction where the steel pan could be profitable. But back to the order of business, Pan by Storm. I remember that's one of the first songs I was introduced to when I was very young by my father. And I tell you, it was on cassette. I remember that cassette. And Pan by Storm, another, he had a whole cassette with he had All Stars, Dust in Your Face, Woman is Boss by Phase 2. All of the classics that you could think about, he had it on tape. But Pan by Storm, I remember listening to that on repeat, boy. I couldn't get enough of that. And that kind of inspired me to go to the pan yard. And I hear them play it so much now. And the other way you used to mimic the pan men and thing. And used to, my father was at the front, at the front, Joe. Morning.
Morning, shalom again. Let me first...
Yes, go ahead, continue.
Let me thank Peter Kanhai. You see that man they call Peter Kanhai? He's a great soul. He did something for me for helping people with a meal at a time. And I don't forget him. I'm grateful.
Now, Peter is a general. He's a general. 5-star.
He's a 5-star joke. 5-star joke. That man is a blessed soul.
Yeah,
he was the driver running Pantry in Baco, but he was the manager of Solo Harmonite.
Yes.
And had Solo Harmonite up full. He's a real good soul. It's just I don't know the number. If you take my number, and I will show you one or two things that what I want to talk about. But let me tell you something. When Pan Day, I asked David Welch that I want to send a tune for Trinidad and Tobago and for the Prime Minister because she would be listening. She loved Peter music. And for Peter Kanhai, how to call it, the finance minister. And for Trinidad and Universe as the whole. Well, when next year I asked now, Heavy was there. He said, I want to stop a whole show, but I said, I ain't stopping a whole show. It's Panday.
It's Panday, yeah.
When I tell them the piece of music, they want to know what it is. Well, you know what was that piece of music?
What was that?
The great late Dr. Jit Samaru for Samarujet. Sohani Rat. I tell them when you hear the bass, it's not ponging, it's just risking. If you hear the clarity in our music.
Yeah.
So when you play it, you like it, but later one of them who was there saying that this is for now, this is more relaxing, beyond a different. But you see, it goes with everything else. You got to learn to relax too.
Yeah,
if you can't relax, you will have turmoil mentally.
Yeah.
But
all right.
That piece of music by Eastside Symphony, the Lizard. They run second year, but they get up by half a point, I think it was. They get up Franco Men, they get up.
All right.
You know what I mean? But listen, take my number then. Take my number and give me a call. I will show you something that I want to talk on the radio with.
All right.
Hold the line.
Yeah, all right. Hold the line there quick. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, morning. Give it to me quick. All right. So I got a number for you. All right. Hello. Good morning. Good. Yeah. Easy.
Good morning.
Yeah. Morning, man. Go ahead.
So enjoying all your program. I just want to throw a little thing out. One, the sweetest piece of pan music I ever hear is Penny Lane by Carib Tokyo.
Penny Lane, Carib Tokyo.
And you could ask the pan connoisseurs that listen what they think about that.
Yeah.
And I want to throw out a trivia question for you to put out. Who is the first band introduced traps in Panorama? That is drumster, the steel trapster, not the steel trap, sorry. The trapster, the craftsman.
The Trapsman.
Yes.
The
Who
first
is
band
the
to
first
introduce the
band?
Trapsman.
Yes, to bring in traps in Panorama. Let me hear them real Padman talk.
All right. I don't know the answer to that, but I'm willing to listen to some of the responses. No problem.
Yeah, well.
Yeah,
I'll
man.
call back and tell you if they're wrong.
All right, cool, no problem. Yeah, man. The first band to introduce the Trapsman, right? So, I do not know who that would have been. I don't know the answer to that question. But 6224911, if you know, you could join the discussion and let us know. Talking a little pan this morning. And, yeah. Ken Professor Fillmore was a great one, man. He was a great one. I think we've had some great arrangers and musicians and things throughout the time, you know.
Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Yeah, man, go ahead.
I believe it was Bobby Mohammed from Cavaliers, Guinness Cavaliers, with the trap set.
With the trap set, Cavaliers?
To build this level he had of the ground with the percussion instrument.
Okay.
That's what I know for sure. Yeah.
All right. Cavaliers, you're saying?
Yeah, Bobby Mohammed was the leader.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool, man.
Okay, good.
Yeah, man. And I Penny Lane by Carib Tokyo. That's a classic too. Morning.
Yes, Stephan.
Yeah, that's a
Stephan.
classic, Penny Lane. I hear my old man talk about that too. Morning, yeah, go ahead.
Stephan,
Yes.
you know why your stars came forth?
But it's not fourth. I hear they run seventh. I hear all kind of thing. But I think it's fourth.
I
Right,
bet
yeah.
anybody that.
Right.
I bet anybody, I challenge any.
Why they run fourth?
They play too long. They play 40 seconds long.
Yeah, because the track is actually, I think the track was around 11 minutes on something, you know.
They play 40
Or 10
seconds only,
something.
you know, and they just qualify them.
But they went over the time.
Fourth.
All right.
West Side Symphony was the first to bring out trap set.
West Side Symphony is the
Yeah.
first with a trap set. All right, no problem. One man say Cavaliers, one man say West Side Symphony. All right. Morning. Hello, good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Never tell anybody Penny Lane was Carib Tokyo.
Hey,
boy.
Starlift.
Penny Lane was way Allman.
But Starlift. Penny Lane Starlift. The caller said Carib Tokyo. Is Penny Lane by Starlift, yeah. Yeah. You're correct. Yeah, Starlift, not Carib Tokyo. When he said it, well, the caller said it, I kind of repeat it, but it's Penny Lane was Starlift. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah,
Again, I believe the trap set question that had to be Guinness Cavaliers.
Guinness
They are
Cavaliers.
the best engine room ever.
Ever.
Yeah.
Guinness Cavaliers. All right. Yeah, man. Morning. Oh, God. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, listen.
Yeah, morning. What going on, man? Talk to
I
us.
hear something earlier. Savage, you say, was your uncle?
Yeah, Savage is my uncle.
Savage from St. James up on Monoram Street?
Well, Baroda Street, Monoram Street, wrong that area, yeah. Baroda Street, though.
With Lion and them and that bad, Chris and them there.
Yeah.
Boys, I from Beach, boys, how you make my blood crawl, boys, I was my real partner, boy.
Yeah, that was my uncle,
I from Beach, you know. So I was my real soul there, boy.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah, my brother, no problem. Yeah. Nah, my uncle and my father was two big ones in
Back in the days.
And on the port and thing, there's two old portmen too, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both of them used to work on the port for a while. Sabu was in shipping and thing. My father eventually moved away from shipping and that kind of thing, and he get into the pest control and that kind of thing now. But he start off on the port and that kind of thing, you know. Yeah, them fellas are them. Right now, my uncle that
So like that, them fellas like so like that good days, boy.
Them fellas
That's some real good days, boy.
Let me tell you something. Eh? Sometimes I just look back at Trinidad and Tobago and some of the old pictures when it hardly had cars and no sort of traffic, and you just seeing these roads, the people just feel like the roads only appear after 1962, eh? Yeah. But we had roads and thing. That's what I'm saying. It's had road and thing. Yeah. But sometimes you look at the place and how it was. Even Port of Spain, downtown Port of Spain, and with Butter Store and everything, and people just. And sometimes I just look back and I just say, boy, I wonder what would that be like to live in that time.
And I live in that time. If you can go back and experience it as far.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I started study, like, since my father passed away and thing, I started study, like, what he used to do in them times then. What was he thinking to do? What kind of dude he was?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? What kind of dude he was? If, you know, he was a party man, he was, you know. Because there was into this, I mean, them fellas and them, my family on the whole, football and pan. You see, football and sleep pan? Yeah, that was an integral part of the family. That kind of thing, right? But well respected, you know what I mean, in the community and that kind of thing around the area and thing, enough respect.
Yeah, as you mentioned, well respected.
They do the nonsense and them thing too, but
as you mentioned, well respected, right?
Yeah.
For some reason, I find, I'm not saying that we classless in this time, but back in those days, my father time and my father's time, people were more classy in the way they do things, the way they dress.
It was different, yeah.
The way they speak, the way they care about themselves.
But remember, you had to back then, there's a certain standard that you had to live up to.
Yeah.
So you dress. Those are the days of proper dress code.
Yeah.
You have to go there to look a particular way. You know what I mean? Now everything has evolved and changed. I think for the worse. In some
well, I want to say.
But
they say it's evolution, but is it for the better?
Well, that's a good point. Is everything that evolves for the better, or maybe some things evolve for the worse? Morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Stephan.
Yes, I go ahead.
I hear you talking about robbery in Panorama.
Yes,
and
yes.
You see you talking from what you know, right?
Yeah.
What they do, maritime life hatters in the 70s was the worst robbery ever.
In the 70s?
Yes.
What particular, any particular year?
I believe it's around 75, 76, around this.
75,
around that
76.
Time. That maritime was a southbound from on Broadway in San Fernando.
Yeah, but
they say
they
no
had win
southbound can come in town and win nothing.
Right, but they had win a Panorama. Not so? With tribute to Simon
I'm not sure if they win, but it's another year
Simon,
when they robbed them blind.
No, they win. I think they win sometime in the mid 70s. Hatters had win a Panorama, man. They beat
yes.
They would have beat Fontclair. I think Fontclair run second in that Panorama. And Tokyo
but they get robbed in the 70s too.
But they get robbed in the 70s too. All right.
Yes.
No problem. They could have probably get robbed the next year, maybe because they win the year before. Who knows? All right. Yeah, but Hatters, if I'm not mistaken, Hatters did with Panorama around, could have been 74, 75, 76, somewhere around there. So Hatters. Yeah. I remember they playing, I think it was, tribute to Spree Simon. And I think they win the Panorama. I think Fontclair and Tokyo was second and third that year. Well, I can't remember outside of that, but I think Hatters win a Panorama, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait.
Hello, good morning. Meeting, you got meeting.
I'm calling back.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Let me correct myself. The other guy was correct. It's Salif with
Penny Lane. Penny Lane was Salif, yeah.
And his Guinness Cavaliers from South Bobby Mohammed with the traps.
Right.
And my opinion is the greatest robbery that ever occurred. 1987 Pan in Imina, I'm up for relegate. And the second greatest robbery is All Stars with Corita Banca.
All right.
But I'll tell you something though. Kitchener singing that song, Pan in Imina, you have a line where you say, when it comes to win, all the judges fail. So it will always have people who will disagree.
Yeah.
The fact is, people who love Pan. And regardless how win, lose, or draw, we book all of them win.
All right, nice one. Cool. Somebody mentioned Solo too, Harmonites. Somebody had called in and mentioned the guy, I think whose number took there. But all right, it was Cavaliers with the traps. Harmonites, I think, won Panorama twice. They did a back-to-back in the early 70s, 71 and 72, if I'm not mistaken. Right? That would have been under... Is Earl Rodney, boy? I think Earl Rodney would have been the arranger, you know. Yeah, that's one of those names you don't really hear regularly again as arrangers. You know what I mean? You see the Bradleys and you see the Jits and everything, but Earl Rodney went to Panorama, if I'm not mistaken, man, with Harmonites. Morning!
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, I go ahead.
Hatters won Panorama 1975.
Right.
And they
75.
ran, yeah, with tribute is free. And the year before, they ran second with 20 to 1.
With 20
but
to
you know
1?
the problem with Funplay?
What was the problem?
The judges always have a problem with South Band. You understand? They always feel Tongue Band better than South Band. and back in the day, San Fernando used to have a real massive panorama. Used to have more than, you used to have 20-something bands in South Panorama. But most of them are now defunct because, lack of sponsorship and that kind of thing.
All right.
That is why Professor didn't win Panorama with Pan by Storm. As a matter of fact, Professor and I played Pan when we won with Tribute to Spring. And the next thing, why Trinidadians, why we have to wait until what we have is accepted abroad before we recognize it?
We recognize it,
yeah, in the 60s.
Yeah.
Late in the 60s, when I started playing Pan as a youth then.
Right.
You know what the neighbors used to tell me? Some of them who see the hoity-toity. I trying to make my family shame.
Yeah, but it was
to look at Pan, man.
Yeah, they used to...
I went on my first tour in 1976, and I was surprised to see how people love the Pan outside.
Yeah.
And when we were disrespecting Pan, man.
They were revering Pan men, yeah.
The same people now who trying to... But anyway, let me do get into that.
I hear you, man.
Let's go in there.
Yeah, no brother, no problem. All right, I'm gonna get to the 11 o'clock news. We just have a couple minutes of that. Let me see. Harmonites win. Harmonites played Jericho too. Well, you wouldn't know that. I think they win with Jericho too, you know. That is 3. Harmonites about 5 Panorama, 4 or 5 Panorama. But back in the days, that would have been back in the 70s, like before I born and thing.
Before I born.
Yeah. I know Peter listening, you know. Peter tell me I'm a Panorama there because I think they went with Jericho. I just mentioned the Earl Rodney with the I think it was in Earl Rodney. I know they went 2 with Earl Rodney. But I don't think Jericho wasn't Earl Rodney. Jericho would have been this next fella, boy. I remember his name, you know, boy. But I know Earl Rodney, alright, Earl Rodney I know have about 2 or 3 Panoramas. So if he had 2 or 3 Panorama, that means Harmonites had 2 or 3 Panorama.
Yeah.
Or maybe 4. Because it have an ex-arranger, as I recall, that win Panorama with 2. That is with Jericho. Peter, can I go message me on that? I'll get that information from you, right? You'll message me on that. Alright, but I'm very sure I remember Jericho. Jericho was a big one too. Right? Yeah. It's Rupert Mark, boy. Could be Rupert Mark, you know. You never heard that name? Any pan? No, that would be back. That would be back in back in like all the that was in the early 70s, man. Early 70s, early to mid. I think Rupert Mark would have do Jericho. But they win some Panorama with Earl Rodney too, Harmonites. I'm sure about they have about 4 Panorama. They could have about 4, but that was in the earlys, like.
Well, let me ask the question.
Mid-70s and that
let me ask the question, just for clarity and information, because I don't know when Panorama started. Like when was it?
1963.
63. The first
1963.
First Panorama.
Yeah, 63. That was North Stars.
And what was the bands do in those days? How many bands it had? Like opposed to now?
How much bands it had in those days? I can't tell you. You gotta look for an older head to tell you that. But I know North Stars win the first 2 Panorama, and then Cavaliers win the 3rd one. Right? And I don't think North Stars win a Panorama outside of those first 2 Panoramas. Right? I don't know if the band, I don't know what went on. Right? But North Stars was the first winners of a Panorama out the gate. The first 2 Panorama was North Stars. Right? And that is West Band. Like down in the West there, right? And then Cavaliers. And then, Harmonites have a few in the 70s. late 60s into the 70s.
He might know.
Harmonize.
He might know that.
Yes, Stanley have enough grade to know. But we're gonna we gotta get to the 11 o'clock news, people. We'll get to the 11 o'clock news. I'll see if I can Google that information there to see about Panorama Harmonites have. Alright? But we get to the news, and after the news, we'll get back to the calls and the conversation and that kind of thing. It's Thursday, we're going down memory lane a little bit. Alright, here comes the 11 o'clock news.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers.
All right, people. Yeah, Nicholas Nopan. Morning. And back. Hear me morning. Yes, welcome back.
Morning.
All right. Yes. Now we did promise woman on the base. Right? Look at next man here. I tell you, X is a madman, you know. Let me ask you something. You're in a party. You're in a wedding, wherever.
Right.
They come and ask a pan tune. Where you playing?
In a wedding?
Wedding, party, anything. They come and ask you for a pan tune. Where you playing?
Woman on the base?
But that the first tune coming to mind.
Yeah.
Trinidad All Stars Woman on the Bass.
Yeah.
So I was explaining that rendition of Woman on the Bass is what kind of gave Trinidad All Stars that household name.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because, you know, but we're gonna I promise all getting it. We had a lot of calls in the second hour there. Just before we played, was I have RKG here. You ever play pan? You never play pan?
Never play pan before. Right. The only thing I can play is Marietta Little Lamb on piano.
On piano, all right. So sad, so sad. No, but interestingly enough, you brought up something there. I mean, it's Thursday because we're on memory lane here. But I always wonder that now, boy. Like you know, what my parents, like how that time was.
How that time was. Alright. So here based on hearing my grandparents or my mother talk about them time. I from the East, Arima.
Yeah.
So I would have seen like old photos of the dial.
Yes.
And how the clock used to look and how some of the buildings used to look and the people. And when I watch the people, the women especially were always well dressed. Long dresses. You understand? Bag.
Yeah, but the miniskirt didn't invent yet.
No. You ain't seen no woman, no tights, or no spandex. No, nah. You ain't seeing that, you know. I mean, and I always wonder too, right? Even in Tobago, when I go, my grandmom was from Tobago, Roxborough, right?
Okay.
And they would have the outside oven, the kind of, I don't know what it's called it, where it's made of mud or something like that. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong. And they have their bread and they bake their whatever ham. Back then they used to do that. So the lifestyle was different. How people used to eat was different. And I don't always imagine, but how, if we could just for once go back in time and experience a few days,
I've looked at old pictures with my old man and thing, you know, and you know, just, I don't know if it's now that he's gone.
Yeah.
You know, you're kind of reminiscing or you're thinking a little deeper into your relationship with your parents and that kind of thing, right? Like my mother was a hockey player. Right?
Serious?
Yes. But I as a child could have never even picture my mother being a hockey player.
Yeah.
Or playing any sport for that matter, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My father was a footballer.
Yeah.
Right?
I know my mom played a little bit of cricket and my father used to play for Renegades back in the days.
Well, right.
Yeah.
My grandfather was a cricketer.
Yeah.
He used to play for Sawa United, I think it was. And I remember my grandfather, Frankie Ragunat, he always used to say, he used to ride a bicycle. A bicycle he used to ride and he used to put the pads, all equipment, jump on a bicycle and ride from Barataria, from Sawa to down to Couva and all kind of thing to play game. You know, you ride a bicycle to go down there.
And that is why these people live so long. Think about it.
But he didn't live long.
Oh, God.
I just let you know.
Well, majority in that time, you know I realized too, even all right, if you watch the El Sico area up on that side here, a lot of people still ride bikes. Opposed to Rima, like opposed to Tong, a lot of people still ride bikes.
But RKG in Europe, the bicycle is still
very popular.
A form of transportation.
You see?
You know what I mean? In Europe, people will ride a bike to go to work. You know what I mean? In certain parts of America too.
Yeah.
You ride a bike and you go to work. Nobody in driving no can't think to come out and, you know what I mean, or take a taxi. Some people ride a bike depending on the distance. And we live in such a small island, and we kind of just, the bike is a recreational item rather than a means of transportation.
We are lazy, you know? Let me be real. We are very lazy, you know?
Yeah, big city mentality on a small island.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
A simple thing like this, right? A friend came from the States a couple of years ago, and she was telling me, hey, how many times do let's go to the beaches for the year? And when I think about it, I by the beach right there, and I don't know about you, I just hardly go to the beach.
Let me tell you something. I in Antigua the other day, covering the carnival and thing,
right?
They put us in a hotel called Siboney. Siboney Hotel is right next to Sandals.
Right.
On the same stretch of beach, right? Of beachfront property, right? Beachfront property. So when you're eating breakfast, you're on the beach.
You're on the beach, yeah.
If I take 10 steps, I'm in the water.
Right.
From the restaurant, right?
Yeah.
And I was in Antigua for could be about 5 days.
Right.
And I ain't go in that water
once.
I go in the
water
once.
And the beach nice out there.
And the water, let me tell you something. That is beach.
Way.
When I tell you, here was
crystal
amazing. Crystal clear water, turquoise water, and white sand, of course. But here was amazing me with that beach. That particular part of the beach in Antigua.
Yeah.
When you walk in there, you ever go in a swimming pool and have a heater? And the water then warm
Yeah.
The water warm.
Serious?
Yeah. The water.
We a nice feeling.
You walk in that water, it's in a no.
Yeah.
You're not adjusted to the coolness.
Coolness at all.
Perfect temperature.
Wow.
Just normal for just walking and just.
Yeah. That's light. That's
I don't know what it is, but that is how it is. But just coming back to the old time Trinidad and Tobago, for those of you who could remember long time Trinidad and Tobago when it's at the train.
Yeah. Look, all right, so let me explain something to you, right? The only time I experienced train is when I went to Brooklyn, right?
Right.
But as a child growing up, right, I part of my life I live in Malabar.
Right.
You know, Malabar had the train line.
Yes.
You know, right?
Yep.
So I would have seen the tracks as a child growing up and wonder and walk on the tracks, but never experience it in Trinidad.
Yeah.
You know, I all right, let me ask you this question. If we still had train in Trinidad, how do you think it would have been like in this era here? It would have.
I think a lot of people would have utilized the train.
Still.
Yeah, because you going from town to you coming from town to south or
in no time,
east or west or wherever. You
in no time.
You're taking the train. You're taking the train. Look at New York.
Yeah.
You see among the people who use the subway?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's millions of people using the subway when they come.
And that would help.
That's the main form of transportation.
That would help a lot the traffic too, eh?
But I mean in a city as congested as New York, it really don't.
No, but here I'm talking
seem
about.
To, but here, here I think because New York is more congested. I can't live in New York. I'm sorry, I can't live in a space that everything is tight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And this apartment and your wall next to my wall. If you put you need to put your ear on the wall, you could hear what's going on. Nah, on my business.
Yeah.
I'm not going through that. It's a beautiful place to visit. Especially now that they clean up and thing. But to live, nah boy, I can't see myself living. Maybe I just a small islander. You know what I mean? But the train, you go back to Trinidad and Tobago and the train and people using the train and that kind of thing, and the long time vehicles and no sort of vehicle on the road, and you know the pleasantries of people with good manners and good morning and good afternoon and good evening and when everybody kind of used to look you know, look out for each other then.
Yeah.
You know, when crime wasn't, you didn't have to worry about walking the road.
You could have go up a party and travel and come back.
You understand what I'm saying? Trinidad and Tobago was a beautiful place in those times, and I'm just saying that, you know, when I think you know, old man lifestyle and the rest of them, that era then.
Yeah.
You know, and I hear these stories. Because your parents, you know what I mean, they always have stories.
No, that's what I got to tell you. Your parents would always have stories, right?
Yeah.
Like my dad, right? He gave me a story. I will summarize it real quick for you. He came from Tobago, right? So, leaving Tobago and coming to Trinidad is like New York for him. You understand where I'm coming from? So he left Tobago and he came to Trinidad. I think he said back then he had $5 of so much in his name. and he started working at a gas station. Right? He had nowhere to sleep. End up sleeping in an old car. So these are some of the stories you would hear.
Yeah.
And he end up a technician in TSTT.
Right.
Yeah, he worked for TSTT all his life. But some of these stories are amazing, and you see where your parents or your ancestors.
You get a little understanding.
Yeah.
And then you get to pick the little similarities between your parents and yourself.
Self,
now,
yeah,
that
yeah.
you didn't know exist now because you know you say, but wait, I think like that, or I just operate like that.
Yeah.
And now you know. Now you know.
Genes is a serious thing. It's a serious thing. Genes is a serious thing.
My father had real story. We're not telling stories.
Yeah.
Real stories.
Yeah,
We're
yeah.
talking about boyhood days, your boy days, and them kind of
Yeah.
thing. There's no men who had boy days.
Boy days,
they
yeah.
always have a story.
Story, yeah.
You understand? And it's always said like that era.
Yeah.
My old man was born in the 40s.
Yeah.
Is he 40s or 50? No, 53. He had born in 53.
Yeah.
But people from the 40s, the 50s, the 60s,
Mhm.
and I don't know, boy, their retainance,
Cool.
the level of retainance that they have.
It's amazing.
It's unbelievable.
My father would say on the 8th of March, 1962,
Yeah, my old
at
man was
4
just so-
p.m. This I was about, who you remember all these
Yeah,
things?
my father was just so they could
And
remember
numbers,
time,
numbers,
day,
phone number.
place,
Yes,
names. Where,
I
watch,
don't
man,
know.
everything they could remember.
Phone really
boy.
done down the thing, you know?
But telling you, boy, I listen.
Yeah.
I can't remember what time I bathed yesterday. They could remember.
No, seriously.
They remember everything.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. The routine, that's different. In detail, boy. They could give you a story. Like my father giving a story. Like, all right, for instance, ever so often you go by my dad. He lives Grandy, and his children and grandchildren. We'll hear some stories, and even the grandchildren will sit down and listen attentively because he's a storyteller.
Yeah.
If you understand, when older folks giving stories, they go detail, they paint. It's almost like he can visualize what they're saying.
Watch, man.
Yeah.
I remember when my father giving stories, right? I just didn't know, to me, I just didn't understand my father age at the time, man. Like, I never see my father as being 40. Like, I'm 49 now, right?
Yeah.
And it's a revelation to me that, but wait now, during that period of time, when I was out partying and I was my father's giving me permission, I was playing, my father was my age or younger than me, that kind of thing now. Because you always see your parents as
older, yeah.
You always see them as old.
Yeah, and you stay young,
But you telling yourself you're young now.
Yeah.
So when you're 16, 17 and your father, you will have to understand that your father could be 38. You know?
Yeah.
And it's only when you reach 38 you realize that 38 wasn't old.
Well, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So now I'm 49.
Yeah.
And when I think of my father, my last brother, right? My father had him at this age.
Right.
48 or 49.
Yeah.
But he's 20 something now.
Yeah.
But in them time, I wasn't seeing my father as a young fella.
Yeah.
I was always seeing him as an old fella.
Old fella, yeah.
Right? But now I see age.
You realize,
I realize, but wait.
Yeah, he was young back then. Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So, I think that's why it was a different understanding and an order. Because I know myself at this age. A youth man could walk up to me and a youth could walk up to me and have a discussion with them.
Yeah.
And they will say, but wait now, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like that because that was the relationship now.
Yeah.
But back to the storytelling aspect of things.
Yeah, you see something there?
I remember when my old man gave a story. You know, everybody saw.
Yeah.
What? When dog talking, everybody and some football story or something. And the way he da put it across now.
Yeah.
The way he telling the story and animated with it now.
Yeah.
And then you just stress on certain words and then you laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes you know if it's a story, if it really
happened.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? I used to doubt, and I think I said this already, I used to doubt a lot of things my old man used to be saying with football.
Yeah.
Until
I became
until I became a big man and start hearing older heads in the bars.
Yeah, talk about
liming and thing. Yeah. And they calling the name and discussing it and they giving the story just how he gave it. And I always tell myself, look, he just get kicks like that. And he exaggerating this or he exaggerating that. And it was no exaggeration. The man was giving you
Factual
the
stuff.
factual, real life accomplishments or experiences. But in it, it's way putting it across, real entertaining.
Humorous kind of way.
Yeah, and everybody captivated and everybody at attention. So now, because they're interested to see where you going with it now. You understand? And that's how it was now. You know what I mean? But it's a hell of a thing when you reach a certain age, and like we say, you know, you have your youths. The younger ones, like your father, you have your children now to guide and give advice to and that kind of thing.
As you mentioned that old talk, right? Up till last night, I sit down with my 6-year-old son now.
Right.
But I take off my t-shirt now. And you see one gray on my chest, see him, Daddy, you're getting old.
Oh, yeah. As I see gray.
6 years ago. 6 years ago. You see one gray on my chest, see him.
That is no joke.
Daddy, you're getting old.
Because as you see gray, right? When you see, and that's the thing, I always used to judge people's age based on gray hair.
Gray, yeah. And but it's young people now with gray hair.
And it's
right?
But it's as your age now.
I am 43, right? I'm 43 now. And I am seeing people like in their 20s and 30s. Full gray. Yeah.
You know, people used to say that worries and all kind of thing. Then some just say, well, that's wisdom and all kind of. It's about everybody have a story.
Everybody have a story. Yeah.
I just think I don't know what to think about grey hair, but I know it had nothing to do with age. Right? Because I have some greys and thinking my little beard and thing here, and I'm sure if I had hair to grow out, I would have some greys too by now, right? But you know, long time when you're growing up and thinking you see grey, you associate that with age. Right?
Yeah.
But as you reach the age now, you realize, but wait, grey hair nothing to do with age.
Yeah.
So it have a lot of little things, and especially for the youths and them who listening, right? Because I know all on holidays. You know, this is part of life now. This is part of. Have you reached the stage where? How old is your biggest child?
22. Gonna be 22 now.
20. All right. Well, you
Adam young.
You have obviously.
Yeah.
Tell me, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you now, right?
Yeah.
Are saving your time. You ever tell your children that?
Are saving your time.
You give them a piece of advice.
Yeah.
Save your time.
Yeah. Learn from other people's experiences.
Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, every parent, I think, as you get older, you just try to save your children time.
Yeah.
I remember my father used to tell me that, right? I was real hard, you know, I was a stubborn little fella. So,
miserable.
He used to see me, So he'd see me going down a road or taking a different, he said, listen.
I'm going to save your time.
Let me save you a little time. You see what you're doing there?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And he would tell me exactly what's going to happen and exactly what's going to end up. And here you know, as a youth man, you're young.
Yeah.
And when you're young, you feel like old people just talking to you.
And you know the most.
Right. So you have not absorbed yet or analyzed that. But wait, this person older than me and probably
have experience
before.
Yeah.
Right. But somehow, some way, you're telling yourself, you going to end up with a different ending. It have a different ending for you. You will do something.
Not realizing the same laws.
Yeah. And boom.
Yeah.
A few moments later, as he said goes.
You know, to say that
they were correct.
My mom was like that. She was like
my mother so too. My mother
she will tell you something and she would say, if you ain't listening, you will see what and exactly what exactly is going to happen.
It's make you wonder.
My grandfather used to use that word, crapo smoke your pipe.
Crapo smoke your pipe. I hear that saying already. Crapo smoke your pipe. But it's an amazing thing, you know, that you go through generations, right?
Yeah.
Of parents giving the same advice to the children. The children growing up, having children, and giving the same advice. And just so you're going in that cycle.
Like a generational thing.
It make you wonder, you know, like we really programmed us. There's a computer, what is this? You understand what I'm saying? Because at some point in time, the correction had to be made. Not so. Well, maybe not, you know what I mean? Because we still do it. So I tell you what, we will take some calls in just a little bit, but we want to give it the woman on the bass. Trinidad All Stars, smooth. Enjoy it. This is the slow version. This is the party version. This is the version that you just ask for when you're in the wedding or you're in a party or you're out and you're at an event. This is the one. All right. So it is Thursday morning, and we're going down memory lane, but we also we giving you some steel pan today. All right. And like I said, if for those of you who just joined us, this one was just inspired based on the videos that I've seen circulating with the pan and powder event that took place last night on a Wednesday. Brought out a lot of young people. They got a terrific turnout for it being a middle of the week event. And I thought it was well attended, well received. And, it's a national instrument. There is never a time that we could say we do our time to play pan. If you understand what I'm saying. It always have a time because that's a national instrument and this is ours. And we have to, we have our pride in it. So, Woman on the Bass, All Stars. 11 minutes and 44 seconds long. We're going to be back after this. people. So that was Trinidad All Stars, of course, the famous woman on the bass, the slow version. We got to take a little break. When we come back from the break, we got one more for you today. A little thing from Solo Harmonites. Play one. Yes, we'll get to that. All right, when we come back. All right, so don't go anywhere off the record. A little different vibes today, a little different flavor. You know, we do it. We do it a little different, you know. Take a little rest from the politicking today and just, you know, it's radio. You know what I mean? So play Mr. Panis play. All right. That was a big one from the first, you know. We play that in Panorama, you know. Play Mr. Panis play. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Don't mind we totally mess up the tune because everybody is kind of intoxicated by the time we reach stage. But nevertheless, I will leave that right here. We will.
I say when you're intoxicated, it is play better.
That's what I meant, boy. I remember that year, boy. That year, I was at the front. I was on the north stand side here with some of the with the front line.
Yeah.
Tenor section. And boy, I up here. And men down there, you know. Play that totally different note from me, you know. And I like. But wait, I know I have it right.
Something wrong.
I just play my tune. Me and study what I'm doing. I study what I know.
What is goes that? Rum.
Punch it. Rum.
Anything.
Anything. Alright, man. So we're gonna be back. We got one more for you today. Lovely. I get it. Lovely. Nice. We inside. Alright, don't go anywhere. Here's a recap of your play with draw.
The winning numbers in the National Lottery online draws for Thursday, 20th August 2026 at 10:30 a.m. Play away the number 21 Mouth, Mega Extreme.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
The 12th Man, Season 7, coming soon to TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record.
pam, pam. Yeah, man. A little woman on the bass here before the break. And as we come back here, like I said, we got one more to go. We'll give you another one. That will be Solo Harmonites Play 1. All right, so we're going to jam that one in just a little bit. I want to remind you guys about a couple of things here before. But just one thing before we get started. Get more of what you love with Digicel Fiber and Omni TV. Catch La Liga, EPL, Bundesliga football, CPL, and more live cricket. Plus, enjoy HBO, Disney Plus, and more. Sports, movies, series, something for everyone. Get it all with Digicel Fiber plus Omni TV. Visit your nearest Digicel store and switch today. All right. Just for the sports fans, I know we deal with a lot of steel pan this morning, but just for the sports fans, all of the football leagues start back this weekend. So the drama is back of the English Premier League, the Serie A, the La Liga, the Bundesliga, you name it. It's happening this weekend. Well, not Bundesliga. Bundesliga is next week. They usually start a week later because they have less teams, right? So football is back, boy. So watchman, that's my weekends there. You can't get me away from watchman. Let me tell you something. Do not disturb, you know. When Liverpool playing, do not disturb, you know. Don't call. I don't take no call. I don't want to see nobody. You understand? Until after the game. So for that 90-minute period there, well, plus the break. So let me say 105 minutes. For 105 minutes on our weekend. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nice, man. I'm waiting to see how the season gonna kick off for us. Given the transfers and everything that happened over the weekend, it's gonna be very interesting. This season, to see all the different changes and new faces at new clubs and all the different moves made. Still have until about September the 1st for the transfer window to close. I know we're still trying to close some transfers still. But we'll see how it goes. But it should be a very interesting season. I must say though, Arsenal would probably be going into this season as favourites. They're solid. They're very solid. Despite not having Saliba, who is out for a while. I've often said, I'm not an Arsenal fan, I'm a Liverpool fan, but I've often said I give Jack the jacket and Jim the gym boots. I've often said that, Arsenal have probably the best two centre-backs in the world, which is Gabriel and Saliba. That the two of them in the back there for Arsenal is rock solid. And Raya, the goalkeeper, I always say our goalkeeper only as good as his last stopper. Right? As I always tell people that in football, your goalkeeper only as good as his defenders. If your defenders ain't good and they're lapsing and men getting through the gaps and thing, you could be the best goalkeeper in the world. You'll get 2 or 3. Right? But if those 3, where they're playing a defensive 3, 4, or 5 in the back, depending on what formation you're playing, your goalkeeper is only as good as your defenders. And Raya, for the most part, is a terrific goalkeeper, but he as good as the defenders in front of him. Anytime that defense start
get weak,
he in some trouble. Right? So, and we saw it too with Alisson, Liverpool's goalkeeper as well over the years. When Van Dijk was in ripping form and that back four was solid, Alisson was on top of his game because hardly anything coming through there. You know what I mean? But yeah, waiting to see how the football going to play off. As we prepare to bust the tape in just a little bit. Yeah, RKG, before we go, right? And we bust out of here. We have, let me see, the solo Harmonite song is, it's 6 minutes and 38 seconds, man. I can time that.
Yeah.
To the 12 o'clock news. I can time that to the 12 o'clock news. We just have a few minutes to kind of wrap things up. Tomorrow is Friday, of course.
You know
what the weekends looking like these days?
But actually, funny enough that you say that. Actually, tomorrow we have next 99th anniversary.
Serious?
Yeah, next 99th anniversary is going to be held at the Vice nightclub, Cipriani Boulevard.
I thought we can drink that drink.
You can come down. When last your party? When last your party?
I don't come to Vice nightclub to enjoy myself.
When last your party?
I can't finish. I can't come tomorrow work and have to eat and drink. And...
The anniversary is there. Not here.
Cheers, boy. Look, let's get me excited. What do you have next round?
Boy, we I want just to be fair. I am here 19 years. Right? I am here 19 years. And I think this station was in existence about at least 2 years before me. So it could be 19, 20, about 21 years, you know. Yeah.
Next hour, like
Yeah. Next out a long time. When next started as a more of a kind of alternative station. When I came here, it was more alternative pop and that kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Alex who working here. Alex used to work on Next, right?
No, I
didn't know
and
that. Alex was one of the first presenters on Next.
Wow.
Yeah, Alex know the history.
But
Even more than me.
It have people who work on radio and thing and you know what I mean, they work all over, all different, you know what I mean. My first experience on radio was 104.7.
104, yeah.
Worked there for some years, you know what I mean? And then move on to television and now I'm back doing my radio thing on Talk City. Which I appreciate. I love radio. Radio's my first love. I've always said that.
Who I was talking to yesterday, boy, and they say, boy, Stephan, somebody was saying it, but I want to, like, I can't remember the person, I can't remember who it was, but they were saying that they like the fact that yes, it was Pelf.
Pelf?
He was saying that the fact that, because I was telling him now, I was saying, boy, I host, your 5K.
Yeah.
And it was a success. And I was like, wait, even see people come out, and he was like, nah, he said, like, from synergy to radio. And he was saying that even now, he find us do now your fan base get even bigger now.
Yeah.
With working on synergy in the mornings and coming here, you know what I mean? Is is a good thing. So
no, well, I always tell people, well, I experience it for myself. There's no based on when you walk out the road, all people know you.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, in my first thing at 104, I was known amongst the people that would come out of 104.7 events. Because remember, you're walking on radio. That time, it's not no live streaming, really. Live streaming in the latter half an hour, copy.
Yeah.
But radio was radio. Radio was audio. You hear any person's voice, but you already do have the face to the voice.
Yeah.
Unless you attend that event and you say, well, oh, that's Stephan or that's, whoever, right?
Yeah.
But when you do television, it's a totally different monster.
Yeah, it is.
Television now, people have a visual.
It is. I will tell you something, right? I did television a few times as well. I did it with Tempo. I did it in the morning show here for a few around Carnival. They used to have me as knowing that I'm an artist and into entertainment and thing. I used to do more the entertainment interviews and that kind of thing, right? And I will tell you, I remember going to St. Martin to do a show. And part of the show I had to host, like, for their television up there now. The TV up there. And I remember 5 minutes, I thought it was a pre-recorded show. 5 minutes before the man said, 5 minutes time we going live. I said, when we going live?
Yeah.
Brother, man, I had to learn real quick. Real quick.
That's the next thing too. Live is different to pre-recorded. Live is live. Once you're live, you're gone. You're out. It's not pulling it back.
Yeah.
It's not cut.
Yeah.
And be starting over.
You gotta improvise. You gotta be. But I remember, good thing for me. Before I did the show, I learned about the artists that who won the Soca Monarch there and different things now. Little history on them.
We have about, let me see, a minute to close, right? I have about a minute, right? Wait, this saying one time and that saying next time and anyway, I have 2 minutes. Well, a minute and a half. So let me tell you. You know what really helped me in live TV?
What is that?
Going live on Facebook.
Because there's an art tour.
Yeah, doing a live
by yourself
from a car.
and nobody.
Yeah, I start off doing live from a car.
Yeah.
Right? On the politics and everything.
Yeah.
And that used to help me now.
You transition here with television. Because you can talk.
I could talk now and I could flow and the camera in bother me because I'm in front of the camera talking to a live audience. And you can't see live, same like TV.
Yeah.
But you see doing our Facebook, going live.
Yeah.
And
helps
expressing yourself. Well, I in the sector of expression of politics and social issues. So when you can express yourself on social media live, it'll help you on television is a whole different rules and a particular order, right? And presentation and whatever.
Yeah, because
I do things my way.
Facebook, you could go along. Television, it's time. Breaks,
take your break, this and the other, right? So you have to be able to explain and make your points, quick. And because you're going to a break, and I don't want nobody producing and telling me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and that kind of thing.
You do your own thing.
I just producer the show as well.
Nice one.
All right, but we had to leave that there because we gotta go. And your news at noon is coming up after a little bit from Solo Harmonites, man. Play one. I want to thank RKG for joining me.
Yeah.
And Mr. X will be back in the building tomorrow, Friday. We're gonna close off the week. So people enjoy the rest of your Thursday. We leave you with Solo Harmonites. Play one. Enjoy.
Topping the news at this time. Strengthened ties make for a more effective